Hi guys, Liam here from Back to the Console, and I've got Intelligent Qube on the PlayStation 1. A game that a lot of people missed and never played, so check out this review and see if you actually played it. Back in 1997, while everyone was busy making games about zombies, racing cars and martial arts, Sony released Intelligent Qube. It's a puzzle game that asks one very important question. How would you like to be chased to death by giant blocks? It's basically Tetris if Tetris had developed a personal grudge against you. The aim of the game couldn't have been simpler. You're standing on a giant platform while rows of massive cubes slowly march towards you. Your job is to mark the right cubes, trigger them at the exact moment, and somehow avoid being flattened into a PlayStation flavoured jam. It's less thinking man's puzzle game and more extreme health and safety violations.
Health and safety, bringing the safety light rolling.
At first it seems easy enough. You calmly mark a few cubes, collect some points and start thinking, well, I've got the hang of this, it's easy. Then the game decides you've been a little too confident and starts throwing complicated patterns at you that look like someone dropped a Rubik's Cube down the stairs. Within seconds you're sprinting around in a blind panic, wondering how a game about cubes has become one of the most stressful experiences on the PlayStation. The controls are surprisingly simple, which is both a blessing and a curse. You only have a handful of actions, but when you've got a wall of giant blocks charging towards you, suddenly remembering which button does what becomes the hardest puzzle of all. It's amazing how quickly your brain goes from I've got a strategy here to leg it, run, run, run away. Visually Intelligent Qube is about as 90s as frosted tips and dial-up internet. The environments are minimal, the colours are simple, and there's absolutely no unnecessary decoration. It's basically a giant floating maths exam. Even the menus have that classic PlayStation look that says, we spent all the budget making polygons. The soundtrack deserves a mention because it's oddly relaxing considering you're seconds away from being crushed. The music sounds like it's encouraging you to stay calm while the game is effectively trying to turn you into pavement. It's the game equivalent of someone softly playing a piano while your house is on fire. One of the funniest things about Intelligent Qube is how seriously it takes itself. Every successful move feels like you've solved world hunger. Every mistake feels like you've personally disappointed every maths teacher you've ever had. There's no dramatic villain, no invading aliens, no evil empire, just cubes.
What?
Angry, relentless cubes that somehow have more personality than some video game villains. The difficulty curve is absolutely brutal. The first few levels lull you into a false sense of security, then suddenly the game decides you're ready for an IQ test conducted by a forklift. It's one of those games where you don't realise you've been holding your breath until you've either beaten the stage or been squashed flatter than a PlayStation memory card. When I think about Intelligent Qube, it's one of those forgotten gems that deserves a lot more love. It's clever, addictive and genuinely unique. Sure, it's not packed with explosions or cinematic cutscenes, but it proves you don't need any of that to make a game. That's incredibly satisfying. Sometimes all you need is a few giant cubes and the constant fear of being turned into retro roadkill. If you've never played it, give it a go. Just don't blame me when you start seeing cubes every time you close your eyes. And after replaying this game, I'm still convinced that those blocks were moving faster when I wasn't looking. And there we go, a game about Tetris blocks squishing men. Who would have thought that a Tetris block squishing a man would have been so much fun? Or was it? Comment below and let me know what you thought. And if you really like this review, please hit that subscribe button as it really helps the channel. Thank you again, and I'll see you all in the next video.